Typical girl, playing with baby dolls and Barbie dolls.
He was a typical rough and tough little boy. He liked to wrestle.
Then all of a sudden, things changed.
She came into the kitchen one night when I was cooking dinner and just told me, "Mom, I'm transgender. I'm a boy."
He said, I went to this clinic and I have gender dysphoria and I was born in the wrong body and I should have been a girl.
She now has a very deep voice, facial hair, a receding hairline.
Christy's daughter was in high school and Crystal's son was in college when they told their parents that they were born in the wrong body and wanted to change. Both moms were blindsided.
And they're not alone. Researchers say that the numbers of children and young adults confused about their gender are skyrocketing, along with the clinics that treat them, doling out hormones, puberty blockers, and even surgeries.
And it's just amazing how quickly this phenomenon has kind of arisen, and then how extensive it is. It went from nothing to 45, and they're at the most elite institutions in American public life.
Many parents of these kids are pointing to a Brown University researcher who has discovered cluster outbreaks among young females. These girls who say they're boys follow a pattern before they come out. Friendships with other girls who identify as trans, increased social media use, often a history of mental health issues, and stories that sound the same.
Everything that she said to me sounded scripted. So it seemed like she was learning it on the internet, and possibly from her group of friends.
Christy leads a support group for parents of rapid-onset gender dysphoria kids. It's one of a growing number, all with parents who believe medical and educational professionals are too quick to affirm and push medical treatment for any gender-confused child. These parents, however, are in hiding for the most part. They meet quietly and speak anonymously when publicly voicing concerns. Carrie, a New England doctor and lifelong liberal, is worried about losing her job for speaking out. She only agreed to go on camera if we protected her identity. Carrie initially supported her 11-year-old daughter's desire to become a boy, buying a binder to flatten her chest and preparing to pay $1,000 a month for hormone treatments.
I went all in because I looked around and there was nothing to suggest that there was any problem with this. All the progressives are on board. Everybody's doing it. It's fine and it's good.
Then Carrie became suspicious because 3 other girls in her daughter's class had also identified as boys and were starting hormones. When her daughter asked for puberty blockers, Carrie's research led to alarm after learning of side effects like sterility and a host of other issues.
There's a lot of evidence that Lupron decreases your cognitive ability. It decreases your memory. It definitely decreases your bone density. And it stops the hormone cascade that puberty is designed to flood your body with these sex hormones that makes all of you mature.
Johns Hopkins psychiatrist Paul McHugh believes these young patients need psychiatric care, not hormones and puberty blockers, telling CBN News there's no solid research backing pediatric transgender medicine.
I'm of a great fear that we're in the midst of a political rather than a medical enterprise here.
It's entirely experimental. They don't have a single long-term study on the long-term consequences of permanently blocking puberty in a human being's body.
While in many ways the movement appears unstoppable, the growing number of parents quietly rising up could make a difference.
This is happening to the bodies of young people. And it's the medical intervention into the bodies of young people. And I think that makes a lot of parents sit up, whether they're on the left or the right, whether they're religious or secular.
McHugh believes once many of these patients realize what's happened to them, a new generation of medically scarred and sterile transgenders will call for justice.
Eventually the truth will out and we'll know, and I think we'll know tragically, that many of these children have been cruelly treated.
For now, Carrie has stopped plans for her daughter's medical treatment and ultimately hopes to speak out publicly.
I do not understand my profession right now. I'm appalled. I think we're going to look back on this like we look back on lobotomies.
Both Crystal and Christy plan to keep making their case, although their children are legally adults and continue to use hormones.
He knows that he can call me if he ever needs anything. If he wants to come home, the door is always open.
I cannot give up hope that she's going to realize that this is a mistake and she will stop the transition and want to come home and be with her family again.
Heather Sells, CBN News.